Welcome, welcome, welcome to Trek Talk. We are live on twitch.tv/, Calling Up Justice, and we are live on YouTube, Claudia, Alick, and Calling Up Justice. And now we're going to get to who we are. We are your hosts. I am Maiamama, and above me, in their own view screen, is Luticha, André, Doucette. We're here to do a Trek rank on powerful and godlike beings in the Star Trek universe. Now, last week we met and we narrowed down the list, then expanded it slightly.
It had to be done. It had to be done. I could not rest
You're
until
not wrong, and you were not wrong. Mm-hmm. Kess was redeemed, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But now we're going to be doing the real rank. So we're going to be judging them on these specific criteria. Our goal being which is the best god or godlike being to worship. Now, you and I already have, before we have, we haven't actually done any of the scoring, but you and I already have our own, our own god that we worship.
we are Siskinites.
We are Siskinites.
Athlete of the Cisco.
Yeah, we don't worship the prophets. We do not worship the prophets. We worship the Cisco. It's because it's like Jesus, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But the Cisco. And I'm sure that the Cisco, we will score everything honestly because we're academics and we're not going to lie. And that, part of me feels really, I hate that because I just want to be like, well, obviously the Cisco wins. We'll see where everyone else comes up. But we will be honest with this. We went through our list. Let me show the list. Do I have it on here? Let me get rid of the criteria for a second. So here's our long list of it's 13. We're going to go one by one. We're going to judge these on the criteria of demands/expectations, meaning what does this being actually want from you? What they offer in return. So is there an actual benefit to being a follower? Their temperament and track record. How are they fair? And how they treat mortals historically, and then finally the vibe. Do they have the drip for it? Now, I already know which ones, in my personal opinion, is like the best vibe of all of them. But we'll get there when we get there. So let's start with our first one, which is Badgie. I found a good picture of Badgie, the Ascended Badgie, because this is the one that we're talking about. Now, Badgie is a holographic training assistant that was created by Samantha Rutherford aboard the USS Cerritos. He developed a homicidal tendencies after repeated abuse, and eventually he ascended beyond physical form, achieving near omnipotence before choosing the form of enlightenment. And then he just off he went. He left us forever. I love Badgie. I think Badgie's a fun character, but let's judge Badgie. Oh, also, I need to fix your picture on this one. I'm sorry. Let me fix that in a minute, because I'm like, look at that. I didn't fix it on the other one. It's right on here. We'll fix that. Anyway, let's judge Badgie. I was going to ask, do you mind taking score like you did last week?
Do the scores.
Okay, so let's begin with demands and expectations. So, what does this being actually want from us? So, the low score would be like, um, actually, see, and I don't like how I worded that. This total submission, but really, what it would mean, the low score would mean they don't want anything from you. You just get to be. And then, oh wait, no,
No,
sorry.
that's the
No, I
high score.
did word it right because we talked about it and fixed it. Sorry.
You did.
Okay. Yeah. The low score is that you have no autonomy. They take you and you do what they say. The high score is asks for nothing, total indifference to mortals. Now,
Okay.
and the way we are scoring is so 1 to 5. That's our score. And then the highest will be the winner, the Cisco. You see how we fix that, Claudia?
Our Trek rank is always going to be the win to the Cisco.
It's gonna be, yeah. The win is the worst, and the Cisco is the best, and that's. But we did flip it. So, from a 1 to 5, how do we judge Badgie for demands and expectations? I think it's a 5 because
Badger doesn't care.
Badgie don't care. Badgie literally just like effed off. It was like I don't.
He's like, I don't want to
I don't.
anything to do with.
No, like I'm done. Bye. Next we have what they offer in return. Now, actually, I'm gonna say nothing.
Nothing. I agree.
Absolutely nothing. So that's actually a 1.
Nothing.
Um, temperament and track record. When Badgie is involved in humanity and human stuff, it's not good. Like, are they fair? Not really.
No.
How have they treated mortals historically? Murder.
Homicidal.
Yeah, homicidally. So I'm like, not well. So that's actually, I guess, that's a 1 because don't I don't trust him. Like he is actively harmful to worship. That's a not a good
He
guy.
sense. Like he kind of, and then is like, peace out.
Yeah.
So because of that, I would give a 2 just
Oh,
because.
right, because right now, since he's
Yeah.
not involved, a 2. Yes, I'll go with 2. Not worth it. Yes, 2. Next, the vibe.
Live.
Let's go. Let's check that picture again. It's pretty sweet, actually. That's pretty cool. Look, all those arms, little.
I mean,
like-
that's a.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I think it's like cool. Like if I was like at the Badgie temple, and that was like up on the wall, like some kind of iconography, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Is it like is it like the best one?
No, but I think it's a 4.
I think it's definitely a 4. Genuinely good God option. That's the 4, by the way. Oh, yeah, I forgot to read the 1 is actively harmful to worship. 2, not worth it. 3, acceptable deity situation. 4, genuinely good God option. And 5, you would absolutely worship this being. So, all right, a 12. Wow. And although Badgie did score full 20s as far as power, as far as worship score, that's a 12. Next.
If it's powerful doesn't mean you should be worshipped. I think that, that could be a
Yeah,
danger.
yeah. Okay. Now, next on our list is the Organians. Let's do the Luna wipe to the Organians. Aren't they glowy?
Very.
Very glowy. Oh wait. That's not
I'm-
sorry, that's not the right. order. It's not supposed to be the Organians. It was supposed to be Trelane
No, the
on my
Organians
list, wasn't it?
are
Oh,
no,
no,
they're
you're
Organians
right. You're right.
after Badgie.
Um, I'm like, yeah, it's Organians. So Organians. Let me tell you about them. A species that evolved over millions of years into pure energy beings, disguised themselves as a primitive humanoid society, halted an entire Federation Klingon war by simultaneously disabling all weapons across both fleets. One Organian appeared in three places light years apart simultaneously. Also they observe younger species in secret over millennia. So they're just like nosy. They're just like nosy observers, which that is a. I think that's like a genre of super being, right?
Yeah.
Is like nosy.
What you got going on down there?
They're like, what do you guys do? We're just like. Sometimes we get kind of involved, just to show that we can. Um. So let's judge the Organians. Oops, wrong thing. I don't, because it's original series, I don't love um I don't love it that much. I'm usually like ugh, when it comes to the super beings, because they're just so weirdly Eurocentric, and I don't, it's not my jam. But let's see, demands and expectations. What does this being actually want from you? They don't want anything from you. They actually want you to they want to watch you. So they just want you to like keep doing your thing like a goldfish.
Yeah.
So that's like a
It's a five.
that's fully a 5. What they offer in return, there is no benefit. They will, because they won't help you. They won't hinder you. They won't help you. They just want to, again, just be creepy creeps and watch you. Um, yeah. So, because like in both times that they were featured, it's just like we're just gonna watch you, um, because we're like um scientists.
So like a 4?
Well, I think it's a low score. A low score, because you don't get anything good from them, but you don't get. It's like it's not negative. I'd say like a maybe
Then
like a,
maybe 3?
yeah, like a 3.
Yeah, because there's nothing positive or negative about being watched by creeps.
Right. They don't they're not like those creepy folks from Voyager who are
Voyager.
sticking needles in your brain, who are not
Yeah,
superpowered beings. They just have cloaking technology. That's
yeah.
so they were not included. I did think about it and then I was like, no, that doesn't count.
No,
They weren't overpowered.
no.
So next we have temperament and track record. Are they fair? How have they treated mortals historically? They are fair. They are neutral, honestly. You know? Like, because since they're observers, they don't want to take one side or the other.
I think we should give him the 3 because it's
Yeah.
right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And the vibe, I mean, I like that purpley
I
glow
like the
look.
glow and like the little, what is it,
Let's see.
facial hair situation.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they're trying to like do some Shakespeare, like do a,
Yeah,
but also they glow. It looks like they're wearing some kind of velour
yeah.
kind of get
I love
up.
a velour tracksuit.
Me
I'm
too.
fan.
So like, actually,
Actually, I'd give it a 5. For the velour alone, I would give it a 5.
and it's kind of like drapey. And I
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, I'm gonna give, I think, 5, because I would wear that.
Yeah, I would wear that.
All right, so let's go through that. So a 16, not bad. Now we're gonna go to the ones that are
Metron.
like probably
They're like the
my not my favorite to worship, but definitely my favorite to look at, and that would be
am I
the
doing it?
Metrons. Oh yeah.
You should smize.
I mean, look at that. So I took a photo that was like both versions of them from the original series and from Strange New Worlds. I I mean, look at that.
I mean, that is
Look
that's
at
the
that.
whole vibe.
Like, oh,
Both outfits.
oh, both outfits. Cause I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna do like the modern one. But then I saw the 60s one and I was like, shit.
I
Yes,
was wondering how they
serve
were
it.
gonna the '60s one, and they somehow did, and I was like 10 out
It's
of 10.
it's so good. And I just, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I just need to be like draped in fabric and just be like,
Oh,
hi.
hi guys. This is just me. Like, what are you doing? It's amazing. So, the Metrons are an ancient they are ancient non-corporeal beings who have inhabited their region of space since before humans walked upright. True form appears non-corporeal. They project a humanoid appearance only to communicate. They're capable of stopping time, erasing and altering memories, and pulling ships across vast distances via wormholes. They conduct long term experiments on species to observe whether they can move past violence. Um, and we saw them in The Arena, which is a very famous episode of Star Trek the original series. The Because the number one thing that the Metrons are observing is like um the Gorn and the Federation conflict with the Gorn. And so that's put in The Arena, and then that one is yeah, it does feature the dumbest fight moves from Kirk. It's, it's real dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's got that thing, and then we have in Terrarium. It's from Strange New Worlds. It's not it's a darker episode, both both in color and in theme. Um, but it's essentially like, can the Federation get along with the Metrons? I like the Metrons, I like them. Um,
They are, if it weren't awful.
if they weren't so awful,
I would get down with,
yeah, like mostly I just want to like, I feel like they would be like that really really mean friend,
right.
that really mean friend, but like they're your friend,
So they're not mean to you, and they're
but
really good,
also they sometimes they are.
but then they're mean like
But
the
they're
little
mean, like they're meaner to other people, I guess. So demands and expectations. What do they want from us? Total submission, autonomy is gone, asks for nothing.
they want you to move away from the violence. That's what
Yeah, their expectation is that humanity, or is that people, beings, I guess corporeal beings, uh got the fuck over themselves and stop fighting. And that's what they're watching for. So they actually have a goal, unlike the Organians. The Organians are just sort of observing in a in uh multiple like specific sets. Like they do lots of scientific type things. But so I would say
But do you get anything when you stop the violence? Like,
peace.
what what are they gonna give you? Like, they're not gonna give you magical powers and help you or whatever.
No, they will. Well, they'll talk. if people can prove that they have the capacity of peace that the Metrons like are like you have to be at, then they will communicate with and like but it's a it's kind of a
That's not
hard
more than a pinball.
but that's like really difficult just because of the basic nature of the Gorn and the basic nature of most of the people of the Federation is that like peace is not a is a very difficult thing. But so like I feel like they have high expectations with low with like really you don't really get much out of it. Like they're not giving you anything. They might get you something. So that's like a 3 for what they offer in return,
Because you don't really get anything. Talking
and then
to
like
them, great conversation.
and then like I'm gonna say a 2 for demands. I think it's a 2 for demands because they do have the high demands of like you got to be peaceful. If you're not peaceful, then we're not gonna fuck with you, and we're going to. And also, we don't respect you're not really a person because like the way that they treated Ortiz's friend the Gorn friend was like can you save her and she's like why, and it was just like you can so do it, and it's like nah. Mostly because I don't feel like it. It's not that it's against the rules. I just don't. I'm just not going to do it. But I will. I'll throw you a bone, and I'll let you remember this. But only you. So like, you get to have the trauma.
You get to have the trauma of this experience, and
Yeah, it's like all trauma, no benefit. That's so it's
yeah.
it feels like it's like low actually. I feel like it's low on both demands and what you get back. Yeah.
Both.
Mhm. I mean they're yeah. Temperament and track record. They are mid. Kind of. They're mid, so like a 3. And vibe 5. Vibe 5. I mean, like, if I could do like a 10, I would, because it's so good. Because it's like, well, would I wear that? Absolutely. A million times, yes.
Like, me all the time.
All the time. So that gives us a 12. Metron's tying with Badgie. Good job. Good job.
Ooh.
Well, let's go down to
Kevin.
Our good pal, Kevin. You know, and I love that his name's just Kevin. This is just Kevin. Kevin Uxbridge. I mean, is that his real name? I don't know. I don't know if that's really my business. But that's the name that's his chosen name. He's a member of an immortal non-corporeal species of immense power who took human form to live among people. It's like poverty tourism type of thing. I think he is like, or like, it's like, I think it's a weird kind of fetishy kind of weird thing. In a single act of grief and rage, he annihilated the entire Husnock species, billions of beings, instantaneously. He considered his own act monstrous and lives in self-imposed exile because of that. Does this list include that weird godlike being that Spock's brother was obsessed with? No, I forgot about that guy. No. That's so funny. I kind of forgot about him because I'd rather talk about Kevin, am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that Kevin, I think he's kind of a creep. I think that like the only thing he cares about is his wife, but in like a really creepy, weird way. So let's see, demands and expectations. What does this being actually want from you? To be left alone?
He doesn't care.
Yeah, so he's actually a 5. Ooh,
Yeah.
no, he's not.
No, wait.
Because he wants to be left alone, and if you don't leave him alone, he might mess with you.
Right.
Um, so technically, he's like, you can do whatever you want as long as I'm not involved in
Right.
any way, shape, or form. What he offers in return.
So maybe that's a 3 for demands.
Yes.
Because it's middle.
I think so.
He doesn't have anything to offer.
He has not, well, he has everything to offer, but refuses to. Because he's a big, whiny, self-flagellating baby. I mean, that's just my opinion of Kevin. I think that he's feeling sorry for himself and is in self.
I think he does that white guilt thing where he did something really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then thinks he'll be forever punished. And that's now his personality. Is the guy who wants something bad. And
I'm the guy who messed up. It's like, like
you've met that white person.
Yeah, I have. And it's like, you could just shut up or not be that guy if and just move on. Also, you have so many powers and things like that. You could do better. Like, you did a bad thing, so now do better rather than do nothing. And also the whole, like, I feel like him living as a corporeal being is super insulting. Because he thinks it's low.
Right.
He's like, I have sentenced myself to life as a lower being on this planet all alone. And it's like, gross. So sorry. Wow. I really went off on him. Let's see. Okay. Temperament. So, right. So, so we got, did we do sorry.
So we were on what he had to offer, which is like, nothing.
I think it's a want because you get to exist in his vicinity, which is like you can move around him as long as you don't engage with him.
Okay. And his temperament is just awful.
Awful. Yeah.
I'm going to say a 1.
Yeah, because like he had to be talked down again. And his vibe, old white man.
Terrible.
That's a 1.
Scientific. Okay.
So let's see. Where are we? Criteria off. There we go. That was Kevin. You deserve that. I don't feel bad because like I didn't realize I had such an opinion on Kevin, but I do. Now here we have the Nigellum. And I wipe the Nigellum out of my memory of visual because it's like, I do not like that. I do not like that. I don't.
You get it off of the screen and then you can just read.
But it does remind me of like when your green screen glitches. Except it was made on purpose. So, Neglium is an entity encountered in a void of space, incomprehensible to humanoid understanding. He killed crew members to study the concept of death, capable of trapping the Enterprise indefinitely and creating perfect replicas of crew members. Ultimately released them, apparently out of boredom or curiosity. I don't think he's going to get a high score. So demands and expectations. What does he want? For you to die. So like he gets a 1. That's fully a 1. Your autonomy is gone. They, I suppose, because they're just a face, a floating face. Let's see what they offer. What do they offer in return?
Nothing.
Nothing. Except death?
Death.
Sometimes, well, because they can technically make replicas, he can just kill you over and over again, which is
But is the
worse.
replica actually you? I don't think it is.
Well, that's philosophical. Like, is Harry Kim really Harry Kim? You know, is Harry Kim the
Right.
copy, or is Harry Kim Harry Kim? Even though, hmm. Same with Naomi Wildman. That's a talk. Is Naomi Wildman?
We should do that on a different,
Oh, should are they real? Should they be?
you know?
Um, let's see the vibe. So this is what we
Wait,
have. This is what the low
hold on.
score says: horrifying, incomprehensible, or deeply off-putting. That's the low score. Or high score: full divine presence, charisma. You feel it, and I'm like, because I do not like that face. Oh, rank. Claudia says a rank on characters that are transporter or dimensional clones. That could be fun.
That would be great.
Some Thomas Riker.
Yeah.
I think Thomas Riker is so. I think we could have a conversation about like what happened, how a person who grew up the exact same way, like a duplicate, can like, um, in one way turn into like a pretty awesome, cool guy, and in another way just be a dick. Like the two ways that Will Riker could have gone, and thank goodness he did not.
I think
So
we
so
won the board.
yeah, bad. So that's a 4, right?
Uh,
Yeah, you're gross.
gross.
No. Praise
No,
be not to you.
not to you. But there's gonna be like some weirdo who will love that and be like, "We're the sect of the Nigellum."
Ugh. Ugh. The Cisco
Ugh.
the Cisco would, could get you. He could trick you. He'd punch you in the face. That's what he does.
Already
Speaking of punches in the face, the
kill.
Q. Now
Yo,
I did the whole. I got us a little picture of the whole Q continuum,
look at them.
and the farmhouse, the scarecrow, the dog, the old man, the long ending road. Everyone's been the scarecrow. So the Q, they are an omnipotent extra-dimensional species that exist outside of normal space-time, individually capable of restructuring reality, traveling through time, and judging entire civilizations. I want to say that everyone is capable of judging entire civilizations.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
like, that's not really a talent, although they do excel at it. Um, and obviously they have been all over Star Trek, from uh, TNG, the first episode of TNG, all the way through to Picard, which you haven't seen, and I don't recommend that you do. Um,
We have a dead cat ghost that would knock things off of my shelf.
so it's not going to happen, and that's okay because I think if you need to know something, I'll just tell you. I'll be like, oh
I'll
yeah,
look it up on like the alpha wiki.
yeah,
That's
like
like
I'll be like, oh, that's what it's for, or watch someone's long form essay video on YouTube. Like, that's why these things exist. Um, so let's talk about the Q demands and expectations. What do they actually want from you? The thing about the Q is that as a whole, they don't want anything from humanity. But Q wants
I
he
think it's just
wants
like companionship. It seems like he really seems lonely in the continuum, and he's looking for friendship, but because he doesn't know what that is, he's just a weirdo who then picks on
yeah, like he's
people.
trying to find connection. So like
Yeah,
I think that what he wants, so I think he's in the middle as far as demands and expectations.
yeah,
Um and I think then when we go to what he offers in return, it's actually pretty high.
Yeah,
because he
it's
does
good to the
often
world.
offer he often offers real power, transcendence, or and consistent divine favor if he likes you.
Right,
If he
right.
likes you, he's going to do some stuff. That's
He's almost like a genie. That's what his character feels like a little lost genie that is trying to find his buddy,
little
so that he
trickster god.
try to find. Let's do things together, and then
Hmm.
I will give you the world.
Yeah, I can show. So that's so I'd say yeah, and temperament, track record. Are they fair? How have they treated mortals historically? I mean, we can go back to the dawn of creation
He's.
with Q
I don't
because
think they
well
treat
no
people that.
because I'm thinking of the of best of both. What is it? Both
Uh,
worlds. The
both
last
worlds.
episode of TNG
Yeah.
when he puts his hands and he's like, "Whoop, nothing happened," because of humanity. Uh, uh, so I'm like, is he has he how has he treated mortals historically? He did make it so that no mortals ever existed.
He did, and then decided against that.
Well, he did it as a test. He did it like as a so it's like you it was like a puzzle for yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
So I
Oh,
give it a.
Claudia. So Claudia says some Q want to be humans, and one Q wanted to die. That's true. There was
Sure.
Amanda. I think her name is Amanda something's parents who lived as mortals, and then Quinn who wanted to die, and then um oh he went traveling with Picard's ex girlfriend,
He did. That was fun.
and he had a baby with his on again off again partner. So like it's very yeah.
I
So
think the
like
Q again are like wanting to experience something different, not like, oh, I want to die. I want to experience what that process is. Because
yeah, yes. So I'd say for their temperament and track record, I would say
it's a one. I think it's like
I think
they've done
that they
things
are
for
well. The only thing that can hold the Q back is the other Q because when Q goes too far, the only ones that can stop him are the other Q. That's like didn't he
right.
get in trouble last one time and
Yeah.
then punished because he got caught.
He faced some sort of tribunal or whatever, and
Hmm.
they were like, gone too far. I think it's a one because he's actively harmful. Like, and the Q potentially, even though they are kind of like distant,
I mean, he acts like he's helping, but he is hurting. He
he really
hurts.
hurt
He's hurting people to help.
him one.
Also, for entertainment, it's not really because he's like, I want humanity to be better. He just wants them to be interesting.
Right.
Um, Now the vibe. I think we're at like a 4.
I think we're at a four. His hair, Q's hair is great.
Yeah. And the way and the different costumes.
Yeah,
The mariachi band, the like
that was great.
it's just it's like yeah. So like that's a 5.
You want to give him a five?
I actually or 4. Cuz not
I'll do a four because
I
like
don't
he's
think
not moving all the.
you're no Metron,
You're
but
not a
just
Metron,
but like also and why aren't you? Q, you have no excuse.
right?
So
The hair though is just I don't know what they put, what kind of moose situation. Uh, that was great.
so looks like an 11. Not bad, Q. Not
Not
bad.
bad.
Like
Not bad.
not and then now we do have one that I included that some people might want to argue with me about and say that it is the same as the previous one. And all I have to say to that is that until Star Trek tells me that Trelane and Q are the same species, they are not.
Right.
Like, I don't care if they gave us a little Easter egg in Strange New Worlds where they had John Delancey voice the parent of Trelane. Um, in Strange New Worlds. It's just I'm just like, that was just fan service and it was yummy yummy. But that doesn't it does not mean anything. So like
Right.
and I like that it's sort of ambiguous anyway. Now about Trelane. Um Trelane, the Squire of Gothos. Um a powerful, apparently omnipotent being who detained the Enterprise crew for his own amusement. He can manipulate matter and energy at will, freeze people in place, and alter reality. His origin is unknown and unconfirmed. Sorry. Um, and I did enjoy him with doing the wedding episode on Strange New Worlds. It was cute. Um, let's
The
talk.
outfits were really great in that episode.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is that like I think that that's Trelane because Trelane was the wedding planner, right?
Yeah.
So all that style was him, I think.
Yeah. The drip
Um,
was pretty awesome. Like,
so let's see. Demands expectations. That's a one.
yeah.
Trelane wants your total submission and wants to take away your autonomy. Trelane
Right.
thinks you're a toy. You're like
Yeah.
you're an action figure.
Like a
Um,
little thing.
mhm. And also, what you get in return? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's a one too, because a one as well. Uh, because I'm like, yeah, that's bad. Oh, temperament and track record.
It's a one.
That's a one. Yeah. But vibe,
The vibe is a five.
the vibe is the five.
It's a five.
It's a five because
No, that those wedding outfits alone.
Trelane can plan my wedding.
Yeah.
Um, but also I don't want Trelane to plan my wedding because I'm pretty sure that he would just choose the groom,
Right.
and
And it would
that's
be
not
so awful.
just some awful person. I'd be like, no. So an
You're gonna
eight.
get Clay Thompson, like
Oh, all right. Now, next we have the
the
prophets.
profit and
Oops.
the pirates.
Let me. I'm like, did I do it? I didn't do it. There it is. So the prophets Paul rates. I just got a picture of the celestial temple. Because that's where they're all from. Oh, is that your holy symbol of the Cisco?
Oh, the Cisco. I should have given you the thing that I made to put on the correct one.
Praise the Cisco. Oh, that would have been good on the celestial temple thing. Um, man, I love them. Now,
For
let me tell
those
you
who are
something.
not in the know, I created a graphic of what I think the symbol of the Cisco would be. And I think I did pretty good while on medication, let me just say.
As
That
as
was
the Siskinites.
it's a Cisconite.
Mhm. Um, so the prophet slash paw wraiths, they are the same beings, but they are non-corporeal beings who exist outside of linear time, residing in, or banished, uh, from the Bajoran wormhole, also called the Celestial Temple. They are considered gods by the Bajoran people, capable of altering events across timelines, possession, and reality manipulations. The Paw Wraiths are an exiled faction seeking to destroy their counterparts and remake existence. They chose the great Benjamin Sisko as their emissary. We love them.
The wonderful
We
Benjamin
love
Cisco.
them. But how do
But
they
how do
go?
outside of the Cisco, because the prophets themselves, this is why it's difficult because they're both categorized together. Because I think the
Mm-hmm.
prophets are like extremely benevolent and they only want you to improve yourself, right? Kind of
But do
ish.
they want you to prove? I mean, like they barely know what we are. Um,
That in that transition, oh my God, the words. So I kind of think of like, how Buddhists talk about self-improvement a lot. And then in that process, you learn about the self. And so because the prophets don't know anything about, especially corporeal beings,
mm-hmm.
that process of kind of transcendence through kind of personal reflection and improvement helps them to learn about the flaws, the joys, and everything that
That's why
is
they need Cisco.
corporeal.
That's why they
Right,
needed him to begin with. Because they had no understanding. They needed to make
right,
him so that they could understand him, which is just
exactly.
that's amazing.
Right.
So demands expectations. They are of Bejor. They are the whether they are the Paul Wraiths or the prophets. They are of Bejor. We don't know what that means, but they are. They do not. They don't want your autonomy. They. I don't. They ask for nothing. They just want to understand and they want
Yeah.
the best, but they're not
And
like
they do intercede though. There's many times they have interceded.
that's why they
Remember when
have
they
their
helped
orbs.
Quark? Yeah, they helped Quark that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, you ruined the Negus.
Well, they
You have to
have
fix
the yeah, they have orbs, so they do sometimes if they if they are like, yeah, let's do it, then they will do it. They will interfere for their own whatever their own reasons are. Usually the reason why they interfere is because they did, which is a headache, honestly.
right.
And they're like,
We
why'd
did.
you do that? Because we did it.
We did.
But why? Because we did. Like, why does Cisco exist? Because we needed to talk to him. Or because we met him.
Because we
He
met
exists
him.
because we met him. Um so I don't I think that they actually I think they score high in the
A five in the
I think they're
demand.
a 5 in demands and expectations. What they offer in return
It's
actually
you could possibly get something out of them.
yes, I think that they actually do offer quite a bit um
Yeah.
to their people, like the prophets to the people of Bejor. They actually do offer quite a
A
bit.
lot.
Uh so so yeah, like I think so it says real power, transcendence, or consistent divine favor. Yeah. So
It's a five.
that's a 5.
Yeah.
Huh, huh. Interesting. Okay. Temperament and track record. Are they fair? How
So which do you
have
say
they
the power
treated one?
rating?
And we're, yeah. So now here's the thing. So both, they are both 1 and 5 because the power rates are ones. They're not okay. Um, but the prophets are generally fair, responsive, and they have a pattern of goodwill. They like
So that
they
averages to a four.
yes. I'm gonna and I think that they do deserve on the high side benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Like the power races want destruction, but I guess like, that's its own.
Now their vibe is generally Bajoran chic. Anything Bajoran is actually going to be sort of their thing, right? Because like their all their designs and outfits and things like that are sort of based off of like religious type of things, which is them, which is so. How do you feel about Bajoran styling?
I mean, the eardrip is cool.
Mm-hmm.
That that I've always, ever since the DS9, I've always loved
With
to
the
wear
cuff, the ear cuff, and
the ear
the.
cuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that are dangly, just like my glasses. But it's not on the level of the Metrons, right? Because I think the Metrons are like the epitome of style and cool,
Yes. I,
but it's still up there with like their orbs are very, you know, beautifully styled. The celestial temple is very cool. It's also a wormhole, which,
I
come on
mean, the
now.
fact that it can get you from the alpha quadrant to the or the sorry gamma quadrant, that's actually
I think that's pretty awesome.
that is pretty cool. So I'm, let's say, is that a 4 or is that a 5?
It's a five just
Okay,
for the wormhole alone. I think like
because it is pretty cool, and our definition is full divine presence, charisma. You feel it, and we do.
I also think we need to change the score for what they offer in return, just because of the wormhole.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
He gave it a four, but that
But you do get a
wormhole,
5 because it's there's the wormhole, and that 100%. Yeah, so fives. Yeah, is that straight fives?
no, there's a four
Okay,
for
fair.
the temperament because we had to
Oh,
include the.
because of the pod rates, because they are included. And so we have to average it out because we're fair. Um, so that gives us a 19. You know what? I'm I'm so happy about that because I was a
I'm
little
gonna say
afraid.
per per.
I was afraid that that maybe, what if they didn't score high? But I shouldn't have lost faith.
We should
I should
never
not
lose.
lose faith in the Cisco. And now next we have another group conglomerate. This is a very corporate type of situation, and this is the ages slash the travelers.
Yeah.
Now the ages slash the travelers, they're a multi-tiered organization. I feel like, are they the MLMs of gods? Of beings operating across space and time, guiding the development of civilizations. The ages supervise. The travelers are their operatives, capable of moving through space, time, and thought simultaneously. Placed agents like Gary Seven on developing worlds, and mentored Wesley Crusher into transcending human existence, where we got to hang out with him a bunch on Prodigy, actually. Um, and then also, uh, uh, they do. Uh, so yeah, I think they are like the MLM of. Claudia says, "Wait, so Wesley Crusher is a godlike being?" Yes,
Yes.
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 That's I know that, like, for
Said that
some,
last episode, but I think it got skipped over,
but
glossed over a little.
even when we go all the way, when we go into the most recent iterations of him animated in Prodigy, um he exists in like so many different levels of time, and he knows everything, and he, like, it's like he has a hard time communicating with people down on the a normal space-time level. So yes, I'd say absolutely. So, oh right, let's judge.
Judge.
Let's judge. So, demands, expectations. What do they want? They need us to keep on doing what we're doing.
I think that's a
I
five.
don't think that they have. Well, yeah, I don't think that it's not. It's, yeah, they don't ask you to do anything, but it's not necessarily indifference. Um, but they're not gonna mess with what your life is and how you're living it. Unless you're trying to mess with time, or yeah, like if you're trying some time shenanigans, then they're definitely gonna try to do something. What they offer in return, they can, if they want to recruit you, offer real power, transcendence, consistent divine favor. They, if they decide, if you're like smart enough or
I mean,
whatever.
they did it for Wesley, so
Not only did they did it for Wesley, but they also did it for one of the, and this is a Picard thing, one of the clones that Aaron Sung made, um, uh, was eventually recruited into the Travelers at the end because there's a cameo with Will Wheaton. So like that's why I said they're like an MLM. They're like search around the universe for like super smart people who like I don't know who have the ability to transcend time. And then and
Like
then
that ability.
and then make that and then not make them but offer them the chance to just sit around and watch it and make sure it goes right forever. So like but I think that that's like what, a 3 or a 3, like a 3 4,
For
it's like
which
what
one?
they offer you for what they offer in return. It's like a because what they offer you in return is a job if you're good enough. And for me that doesn't sound like an appealing thing.
Well, it was appealing for Will, so and apparently somebody else.
Yeah.
Two recruits.
So two recruits, and I'm sure the Traveler, as we know, we don't know what the Traveler's name is, but they seem to really like it. Gary
Right.
Seven was a big fan of it.
What's the recruit?
So yeah, so like pretty good. Now temperament, track record, fair. I think they are fair, responsive, and a pattern of goodwill.
I think they're right in the middle out of three.
Because they don't really in because they don't directly interact with, they won't save you.
Right.
They won't save you. Actually, yeah, you're right. They will not save you. Unless they're supposed to, which
Unless it's in the timeline that they're seeing.
which is
Oh,
very very rare. It's very
yeah.
rare that they were meant to save you. That's only if someone messes with the timeline. Then they can save you. But otherwise, if you were going to go, you were going to go. So the
Or
vibe,
Jamie gives them a headache, you know.
their vibe is contemporary to wherever they are.
They're
Um,
comedians with the drip.
yeah.
It's
hmm So like they wear, but yeah, they're contemporary to wherever they live. So like when they visited the 1960s, Earth 1960s, when they were there, they dressed Earth 1960s. When they were Earth in the 2020s or 2030s, they also dressed to match the day and age. TNG, same thing. So if you like, and none of them dressed badly though to the time period.
right.
They dressed good. They always dressed well for the time period. So but 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 not Metron well.
They're not Metro. I
No,
think
like
they're a
normal well. Yeah, four.
four.
Yeah.
Because like they're not appearing at like a gala.
Yeah, this is not Met Gala. The Metrons are Met Gala. The Metrons? The Metron Gala? All right, let's go to the Gorgon. Or the Gorgons. Or Gorgon, I guess. Gorgon is a non corporeal being preserved in a cave on Triacus, possibly the last survivor of a race of ancient marauders. Manipulated children using fear and mind control, granting them the ability to induce hallucinations in adults. His power was entirely dependent on the loyalty of his followers. When that broke, so did he. Let's just look at him real quick. I just want to take a good look. All right. Let's judge this guy. Demands expectations. I think that's a 1. Because they need complete loyalty. He needs complete loyalty of his followers.
Yeah.
And then what do you get in return? Nothing. I mean, nightmares.
That's a one.
Yeah. Temperament, track record. That's another one. You're not a. It's not a good
Yeah,
guy.
terrible.
Yeah. Um, and vibe. I didn't like it. I
I
that's why
mean,
I was like, give me a minute because I was like,
I was looking. I was like, you got some frills. I don't know.
I don't know. Like he looks like he's wearing a Christmas tree skirt.
It looks like wannabe Victorian painting. That's
Like
what
he
it looks like.
stole grandma's moo.
Yeah, and not one of her good ones.
No,
So
not her good moo. He stole her wash day moo.
I just,
It's giving wash day moo. That's um
it's
he's not as horrifying as the Nigellum guy. Uh I just don't I it's like this is not my style.
I think it in comparison to Nigellum and Kevin Uxbridge, right? Because we gave them ones.
Yeah.
He has to score better than that because at least there
He
was an attempt.
yeah,
There was an attempt.
he's still got the I guess old white man vibe, that but grandma's moo is an effort that I
It's
think gives him at least a I'm gonna say two. Yeah, I was gonna say three, and then I was like, not that good. Um,
no.
oh, bummer, Gorgon, bummer, man. Not surprised though. Next, let's get to the
The Beta 7A entity.
yeah.
Or
Says
12? 12?
12. What is it? It's a XIIA 12A 12-A entity. Um, so a non-corporeal life form that fed on hatred and violence trapped the Enterprise and crew and a Klingon or the Enterprise crew and a Klingon crew together, amplifying their aggression and healing their wounds to keep the conflict going indefinitely. Could only be defeated by denying negative emotions. So they had to be like, no, no, peace.
That was hard for the Klingons.
Real hard for the Klingons because, like, there's a lot of natural aggression there.
Like,
Yeah, like they're like, poor guys. They had a real tough day. So the Beta 12A entity is a jerk that is like a negative emotion vampire. So demands and expectations. What does it want from you? It wants you to fight. Like it wants you to be real mad and fight. So I think that's a one.
the one.
Yeah. And what do they offer you in return? The ability to fight and be mad. That's not good. That's a one. And again, I think we're going ones, and then I think though that this entity looks sort of cool. So let's take a look. It looks kind of cool. It's like a light show. So like, it is a jerk and not great, and feeds on negative emotions.
It's given abstract Badgie, so I think because we gave Badgie a 4, I think we could give this a 4.
I agree. I think that like not a great guy. Just because we say we like him. Okay, we're getting to the end. So that put us at a 7 for the Beta 12A entity. What a name. Really rolls off the tongue. And now we have our good old buddy Apollo. Apollo and the Greek gods and the ancient gods. from the episode Who Mourns Adonis. So this fellow is a member of an advanced species who visited Earth in antiquity and were worshipped as the Greek gods. They're capable of energy projection, size alteration, and matter manipulation via an organ unique to their species. Apollo is the last survivor, having waited on Pollux. Oh, what's Ivy? That's four for humanity to return. Why would you wait on a planet that humanity isn't even on? So not very smart.
Well, return to a planet that you've never been to.
So like not bright, we're gonna say, but I like that look though. So demands and expectations. What do they want? He wants not they want he wants godly worship, but not necessarily the removal of your autonomy.
I think it's like in the middle.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
The three.
Yes. Cuz like he definitely wants you to like definitely believe in me, but like just believe in me. What do they offer in return? If you're a hot chick, he will give you power.
I mean, you're a shoo-in.
But like that's gross, so I don't like that. So like that also that's nothing. I just want to be clear. That's actually nothing.
It ain't a wormhole.
Well, because he's like, oh, if you're hot, he'll sleep with you.
Ugh.
Gross. So yeah, I think that's actually what they offer in return is actually a one because or a two.
Two. It's not worth it, but it's
It's
not
not worth
actually.
it. Yeah, not worth it. It's not. Yeah, I don't. Now, temperament track record. In the past, I mean, I love Greek myths. I
It was a
love
Greek.
Greek. No, no, no. That's why I was like,
They're not great in the Greek myths.
they're
It's
really awful. They're
they're really
terrible.
terrible.
So
I gave it one.
yeah.
They're pretty.
The vibe though,
It's a four.
that's a
And
four.
the reason is because if you go back to his picture, right, it's too skinny. Like when I envision Apollo, it's
Mm.
somewhat muscular, not I know 60s or whatever vibe.
There's a video game that I play called Stray Gods, and it's a musical video game. And their Apollo is this like big chested, blonde kind of beach guy, and that fits Apollo, I think, more
It's
than this guy.
not muscle, but not this.
Well, Apollo is he's supposed to be just like he's a cool sun god. He makes he has lots of artists around and doesn't he do medicine? Doesn't he do medicine or something? I don't know.
I give it a
But
four.
I think he gets a four. Yeah, he gets a four. And now, finally, we're gonna
The
wrap
last one.
the last one by popular demand. Bam! Kess. Hey, Kess. What's
Hey,
up, girl?
girl.
I was gonna. I can't remember the actual. There's a Disney Channel TV show that's called Jessie, and I was gonna go, hey Jess, but hey Kess. But I can't remember the tune. So, if anyone out there knows that, just sing that in your head. So Kess is, and we're counting the ascended version of Kess, obviously. But Kess is an Okampan whose natural lifespan was 9 years. 9 years tops. That's super, super old. but whose telepathic and psychokinetic abilities developed far beyond her species norm under Voyager's influence, eventually reached a state of energy based ascension, shedding her physical form and propelling Voyager 95,000 light years closer to home in the process. She returned years later in fury, older, embittered, and powerful enough to travel back in time and attempt to hand Voyager over to the Vidians, only to be defeated by herself. Because it's one of those, great God stories where the only thing that can defeat you is you. Um, but that's I I've been thinking a lot about Kess, and I was like, it now. I know that just said that Kess developed under Voyager's influence, but I don't think it's just Voyager's influence. I think that what it is, it's like when you are a child and you process information, like the more information you process, the more your bigger your brain gets type of situation. And I think that going to different planets and meeting different people is what changed Kess, not Voyager. Like if she had been on some other ship, I think she still could have had the ability to.
I don't think so. And the thing is, I think Janeway's parenting skills shine with Cass. Cass needed Janeway in many of those instances where Janeway's got to be like, listen, you gotta have some emotional intelligence here.
Well, and I guess Tuvok
Yeah.
also helped develop. I will say that I think that Kess episodes that are just Kess based centered are some of my favorite episodes of Voyager, despite
Yeah.
the fact that I think that it was a poorly used character all around.
I
Um,
think
I think she was very
she
poorly used, but like that episode where she's the warlord,
that was
that is
great.
so cool. She's so cool in that episode. So
We also had like such a great actress as well
that's
to
true.
pull it off.
Hmm.
And I hated her relationship with Neelix. It was just like, ugh,
It was
uh,
gross.
it was just gross all around. But
Gross and fully cringe, and and Neelix should have been a mentor, father figure, uncle. It
yeah,
would have been more interesting because she was 2 years old.
she was too. Yeah. Okay.
Demands and
Also,
expectations, though. What does she want from you? She wants nothing from you.
she wants nothing,
She,
but she wants the Ocampans to also ascend.
mm-hmm. Um,
That's her.
so, oh, she wants everyone to be their best. She wants she wants all of her people to be able to evolve, and she wants her friends.
To have good lives. Like she's really invested in
By
her
the
friends,
time by the
people she
time
loves.
she returns to Okampa, most of the people that she loves are already dead.
Her dad, yeah.
Um because by that point she is at the end of the normal Okampan life cycle. She's like at the tail end of it. Um but also like with ascended, so it doesn't really necessarily matter very much. So I'd say
A four?
a 4 for demands and expectations. Um Offer in return, that's actually probably also a 4.
She can't really give anything except
Well,
to
she pushed the ship 10 years
right. That's right.
forward. She also had the ability to travel back in time, and she did kill Balana, but that was taken back. Um,
And like but Lana, I'm sorry, you're kind of annoying. So
yeah, the actress isn't great either. temperament and track record. She's actually pretty cool. She's
The Lana accident. No, we'll forgive her for
well,
that.
she felt bad once she I mean, she also like she wouldn't have done it again. It was like okay. And also she's a generally good person. She cares about others. Um, she thinks about how her actions affect others. Like I think that she's yeah a four. And then vibe, she's cute.
She's adorable.
She's cute. Yeah. So what is that? Fours all across?
Yeah, I think it's a four.
Those are fours
Got
all
terrible
across.
style. Like that hair. Oh my god.
But I mean, at the time, during that day and age, it was very like remember I remember like Drew Barrymore had a very similar
Yeah, that
kind of like that
like
pixie. It's like it was a manic pixie dream girl style. Um, uh, Angelina Jolie had the same similar type of hairstyle in Hackers. And it's not my favorite. Now let's look at our ranking list. It looks like no surprise to anyone, but the winner, obviously, praise be to the Cisco. Praise be to the Cisco. And I will say that you all witnessed this. We were fair. We talked it out. Um, so like our top three are well not top three because we have a second place tying of Apollo, Kess, and the Organians at second place. And then third place is Badgie. Is that right? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Badgie and the
And
Metrons.
that's
Badgie and the Metrons sounds like a really, really great cartoon. Like it's
or
like or a band. It's like yeah, Badgie and the Metrons. They're my favorite music group. You can't find them anywhere. They do not play in this dimension. But and their sound, it's not really like a sound so much as like a confluence of energies.
they
Uh
play at Joe's bar though.
yes.
That's where you find them.
Yes. But yeah, no, I am both surprised and not surprised that the profits that the Cisco. I mean, if we were just judging the Cisco would be.
Five across the board. Perfect score.
I think we talked about this a little bit because we were like, but what about that one time?
That we will not mention.
That
he
one
said
time, look,
would do it
he
again.
erased it. He
He
erased it. So it didn't
So
happen. Like
didn't
he would do it again though.
Yes, he would. He was a true black man. He was
Yeah.
like, I'd do it again.
I'd do it again. What it was, not your business.
None of your business.
It didn't happen. What didn't happen? Exactly. So
Yes.
I think actually for the Cisco, he actually would still sit at a four, too. As I think he would be straight fives, and then temperament track record would be a four just because of that. And then fives again, and then five with the vibe because he's got food, he's got party, like he's got food, he's got company, he's got like it's not he doesn't offer just himself. He offers like a lot of cool people to be hanging out with. And so it's just like
Dax's friend, like bestie. They
yeah.
are, and he's the only bestie that Dax has ever had. Like until
Same bestie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just how can you like for an entity that lives as long as Dax to be the only one that's like, listen, once you go black.
No, I think the Dax fully understood the Cisco.
Yes.
And that's why Dax continued on into the future, preaching the word
Preaching the word of the Cisco.
to Sam, to our series Acclamation Mill, who I love. I love
Sam is
Sue.
the best.
I love Sam. I love me some Sam.
Love
So
her.
um, we did it. We
You
did.
did it.
And I'm like, this is absolutely. I fully agree. Our lowest is the Gorgon. No,
No,
Nigellum,
yeah,
because of the face and also
yeah.
also all the killing. It was the face and all of the
It was
killing, and we were
I
like,
love how you remember the face first, and you're like, but also the
also
killing.
killing, but the face,
Face. Ugh.
I had forgotten. I knew that it was like not awesome because it was in the void thing, and I was like, yeah, I remember that. And then I was pulling pictures, and I went, terrible, terrible. All right, Trek fans. Now, next week I'm going on vacation because I need a break too. So, we'll be back
Once
probably
we're
on the
back,
14th. On the 14th, we'll be back to talk about something. What is it that we're going to talk about? You'll
we didn't
see.
do a full ranking
No, we didn't. Maybe we should
on the
finish
Trek.
this. Then we
We
have
should
to
finish it.
finish. So we're going to finish this the week. We're going to finish this on the 14th. That's the Thursday after next. Are you available? Are you? Sorry,
Are
I
you?
just wanted to do that. That like where you're pointing and looking right into the camera at the audience. Like, how
Yeah.
about you? Come back. Come back to us so that we can finish this. This is
It ain't over.
it
I think
ain't
this is the first three-parter we've done, but it was
yes.
nasty,
But like look
and
at
I
this scoring.
enjoyed.
This is great. And then you and I are gonna we'll meet the day before so we can go through things and figure out how we're gonna finish this up. But we did it. So now I'm gonna say some things and then we're gonna say goodbye. But first off, we're gonna do this peace and long life. If you wanna do that, perfect. Right on. Okay, now I'm gonna say thank you so much for joining us. Trek Talk is a Calling of Justice production. I'm your host, Maiamama, and special thanks to our other host, Luticha André Doucette. For more information on me, check out the links in the show notes and more information on Luticha. Also, links in the show notes. Special thanks to executive producer Claudia Alick. For more information on Claudia, check out those show notes. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the 14th.